Happy Melly Monday. This is our kitchen door and it has to remain open so the cats can go through. Currently it has a crochet snake as a doorstop and it has had seasonal ones like the Santa. With Easter coming up, I want to crochet an Easter bunny doorstop using this brown yarn and my 4.5mm hook. Starting with the head, and the first step is a magic ring. To make one, I wrap the yarn twice around my thumb, push the hook underneath and yarn through twice. Now I can carefully take it off and make 4 single crochets into the ring, finishing it off by pulling the tail to close the ring. The head will be worked in a spiral, so I'm placing a marker thread at the beginning of each round. The second round consists of 4 increases. To do an increase, I work 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Doing that for all 4 stitches, I end up with 8. If you want to follow along, I've written the pattern on screen, so feel free to pause. For the third round, I once again place the marker thread, and then I work a repeat of 1 single crochet and 1 increase, resulting in 12 stitches altogether. The next rounds are worked to the pattern until I finish round 14. Now the pattern would curve inwards again, but I want to add facial features first. For this, I pull out the loop to free the hook, remove the marker thread, and grab my assortment of plastic eyes and noses. To install them, I simply push the nose peg through the fabric and add the backing on the other side. I'm doing the same for the eyes. Now to continue crocheting, I tighten the loop again and insert the hook and marker thread. The next round has a repeat of 4 single crochets and 1 decrease. To decrease, I simply pick up the front loops of the next 2 stitches and yarn through as usual. Repeating the 4 single crochets and 1 decrease all the way around, as well as the following rounds up to round 18, leaving 12 stitches. To stuff the head, I am once again loosening the hook and removing the marker thread, then just putting chunks of stuffing into the head, making sure to properly go around the eyes and nose. Since this will be a doorstop, I am stuffing it quite full so it can withstand the door slamming it. For the last round, I am just counting out the 6 decreases, but for the last one, I like to skip the second yarn over and just pull directly through. To finish it off, I cut the yarn a bit away and thread it onto a darning needle. Then I pick up the 6 stitches and pull tight, letting the tail disappear in the fabric. With the head complete, I have made the other body parts in the same manner. Switching colors to give some underpants, and leaving the yarn long on the limbs so I can sew the bunny together like this. Before I can add the tail, however, I want to make some pants out of this old blouse. It has been used for projects before, and the bunny just happens to fit into the sleeve. I only need to sew between the legs to form the pants. I've also added a simple bib, and I'm running a gathering thread along the bottom to neatly hem the leg. For the shoulder straps, I'm sewing this ribbon to the bunny and just tacking the bib on top, adding buttons to make it look like they are actually the same piece of clothing. On the back side, the straps cross over like this, so I pin them in place, pull down the pants and sew them on. Now I can add a tail. To make one, I simply wrap some yarn around 2 of my fingers and tie around it in between. After taking it off my fingers, I make sure it is secure and then cut open all the loops. Now the tail can be trimmed to shape and sewed to the bunny. Lastly, the head is a bit bland, so I sew on a ribbon and tie it into a bow, finishing up the doorstop. And with the cat's approval, that was it for this week's episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more handmade content every Melly Monday, and comment down below with any feedback or suggestions you might have. I'll see you next Melly Monday.